Staying active is what fuels my mind, and great food fuels my body. Traveling inspires me to push harder and experiment with new cuisine. This is amazing. Just make really delicious food, simple, and it works. I'm Biju Thomas. I'm a chef, an athlete, and I'm on a mission to travel the road less eaten. I'm on the south shore of Lake Tahoe, and one of the things I love the most about this iconic area is that it has so much to choose from as far as food and adventure. Woo! I plan on experiencing both, and there's no better way to explore a place than with one of the locals. So I'm meeting up with Olympic gold medalist and one of Lake Tahoe's most endearing residents, Hannah Teeter, who will join us on a few of these adventures.
What's up, Biju? Good to see you.
First up, we want to take in the beauty of this lake, so we're headed over to Clearly Tahoe, an outfit with a unique take on a classic water sport. The folks at Clearly Tahoe are going to take us via a pontoon boat to the most picturesque parts of the lake. Then we're going to be sent off in clear-bottom kayaks to better explore the lake in all its glory. But before Hannah and I get started, we first need a quick lesson and safety brief so we know what we're doing out there.
We have these big, wide, clear bottom boats, and it's kind of like paddling a giant bathtub. So when you paddle, notice my arms are about shoulder width apart. It's more of a pull-push method. If you do happen to go in the water, you will be my first person ever in 5 years of doing this, in which I paddle up to you. And the very first thing I do when I get to you is I'm going to snap a photo for my wall of shame. Yeah. And then I'm gonna help you get into your vessel. But
all right,
let's do
Jason,
it.
we're ready.
Let's do it.
Everybody, we're ready. Let's go. Time to jump off the mothership and into our clear-bottom kayaks to start exploring the pristine blue-green waters of Lake Tahoe.
So the lake's 12 miles wide, 22 miles long, 72 miles around. The average depth is 1,000 feet. It ranges between 37 and 41 trillion gallons.
What?
That's a lot of gallons.
The formation of this place is insane.
Dude, this is so cool.
This is pretty special.
With the clear bottom and the flat bottom boats, because of the shape of it, you're kind of forced to go a little slower, take your time. You're not trying to like aggressively get anywhere. You have to take a moment to see what's happening around you, under the water, above you, and these boats are the perfect shape for it. It's amazing. Did I mention the rocks look like giant elephants under the water? And look, ducks.
This is the second deepest lake in the U.S.
Our guy Jason just told me that the water is so pure here, you can just reach down 1.5 feet, 2 feet, and take water and drink it right out of the lake. I think I just saw a fish jump. Exploring the lake has been a great experience. It's truly beautiful out here. But we need to get back so that I can head into town and find some food. After all, that's why I'm here. Azul Latin Kitchen has become one of South Lake Tahoe's most popular spots. It features a fresher take on South and Central American cuisine with influences from around the world, including Thailand and India. So I'm meeting up with managing partner Danny Scott and executive chef Mark Vaccaro to find out exactly what is the driving force behind Azul Latin Kitchen.
Hey, Biju, how you doing?
It's good to meet you in person.
Good to meet you.
I've been hearing and smelling so much of your food all over the neighborhood. I'm super excited to try it. And most importantly, I would love to get in the kitchen and hang out with your chef for a minute, check out 1 or 2 things.
I think I should pair you up with Jeff.
Okay.
And you guys should make some fajitas together.
Fajitas sound fantastic. Kitchen manager and chef Jeff McWilliams, who's gonna make for us?
Some steak fajitas.
What kind of beef are we using?
So this is gonna be flank steak.
Flank, lovely. All right,
Yep.
perfect.
We're gonna let that kind of char up a little bit, give it a few minutes. We'll go ahead and hit it with the vegetables next, right?
Okay. You gotta have the charred, burnt, delicious vegetables.
And it's gonna take a little bit of time. You know, we don't wanna rush our food out. We want every dish to come out nice. We're starting to get a little bit of color on the veggies, which is great.
Yeah, secret sauce.
Secret sauce.
You don't have to tell us what the secret is, but if you want to.
A little bit of Worcestershire, a little bit of tamari, a little bit of lime juice, and some spices thrown in there, and that's gonna give it that nice flavor, that nice smell.
There it is. Smoking hot beef fajitas. Now I need to get out of the way as this busy kitchen continues to create some wonderful dishes and head back out to the dining room to sample one of Azul's many margaritas with Danny and Mark as they explain the story behind Azul's influences.
We use all fresh squeezed lemon, lime, and organic agave nectar.
That sounds delicious. Cheers, dudes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Oh yeah.
How did you end up coming to the idea of opening up Azul?
You know, our boss, Ray, has done quite a lot in the restaurant industry, and I'm a chef, love to eat.
Yeah.
So Ray said, hey, let's hit the bay.
Yeah.
Let's go, let's go eat.
Research trip, that's how you always get in trouble.
You know, I can't say that it's all mine. You know, Danny put a lot of ideas into it. Ray put a lot of ideas into it.
And Mark's experience traveling the world, you got to spend a lot of time in different locations learning how to cook while he was traveling. So he brought a lot of those flavors back here and helped incorporate those into the menu.
It was part of my passion, just traveling. I fell in love in Thailand.
Yeah.
I cooked at a resort for a month.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was something I wanted to bring back.
All right, we got beef fajitas. That smells, looks beautiful. This looks incredible. What do we have?
We have a fish taco here, battered cod with, you know, some lemon, panko, pickled red onion.
You have a whole slab of mango on this next taco.
So this is your Thai curry taco, slow-cooked chicken with red curry, pickled mango, candied jalapenos, and Fresnos.
For folks that don't know, Fresnos they look like red jalapenos, but they are not jalapenos. They are a whole other pepper. And they're the most delicious. They have this beautiful fruity flavor.
And then for the vegetarians, you know, sweet potato, black beans, chipotle slaw brings out a bit of the sweet potatoes with some cumin and cinnamon on there.
These are absolutely beautiful.
Our take on Latin and Mexican food is definitely not traditional.
Yeah.
We're a fusion approach to the cuisine.
When I make fajitas at home, I always add a splash of soy sauce, splash of tamari, something in there. To know that that works, because it adds an extra layer of umami, gives it a little bit of like unexpected flavor that they're not quite sure what it is, but you know it's delicious. This is delicious. This is like, you get all the flavor without the heat. It's fantastic. I appreciate you two taking your time tonight and showing me around a little bit.
Thank you, Biju.
Give me a little flavor of South Lake Tahoe. It's been amazing.
Tell your friends about us. Come
I
see
got a
us
lot of food
again.
to eat. I'm not leaving yet, but I'm just saying. Thank you. Absolutely.
You're welcome.
We got a lot of people to tell about this, but it's amazing. Thank you. As I continue to explore the south shore of Lake Tahoe, I find my way to Toulose, a restaurant bringing the traditions and flavors of New Orleans to Northern California. It was founded by 4 lifelong friends who met 30 years ago at a bar on Toulose Street in New Orleans. I first meet up with husband and wife co-owners Steve and Adrienne Tournoff. I've been to New Orleans in the past, and I'd love to relive one of my earliest memories by ordering a classic New Orleans drink, the Sazerac. I am a sucker for a great Sazerac. It's one of the first cocktails I ever ordered myself. I would love to have yours.
Excellent.
2 of them. 2 of them. All right, in that case, fantastic.
So the Sazerac was invented in New Orleans. It is typically made with rye whiskey, absinthe, of course, cold water, sugar cube, and bitters. We do it a little differently. Ours is a little bit smoother. Instead of using just rye whiskey, we do half rye and half cognac.
And you're still using absinthe? Is there?
So that's the absinthe that she's spraying in. Normally, you would rim the glass with absinthe and then dump it out. We don't like to waste the absinthe.
Right, which I don't understand at all, Thank you.
Yes.
It's nice and refreshing. It's like it's not heavy. Like some of them, it's not oversweet.
That's the
beautiful.
cognac.
All right, well, I would love to meet the other guys.
Yeah, let's go to the kitchen and meet Chef John.
All right.
All right.
Smells wonderful back here.
We'll just have John make us up some traditional New Orleans stuff our way, and we'll sit down and have a family meal.
Sounds wonderful. The name Toulose is inspired by their roots in the French Quarter and the street that their friendship began on. Toulose adds this personal spin to traditional New Orleans dishes while using local and sustainable ingredients.
All right, so John, what do we have here?
We have our Toulose house salad because we all met on Toulose Street. We have our shrimp and grits here with mushrooms and tasso ham. Chef Alex's blackened I-eat tuna. We infused a little bit of yuzu kosho inside the lemon beurre blanc just to give it a little kick. and to give us a little twist on, Cajun Asian food. And this is our take here at Toulose Restaurant for crawfish poutine. There's actually andouille sausage in there too. That's our house gumbo with duck confit, andouille sausage, and tasso ham.
Beautiful.
You got a little bit of everything out here. The four of you have somehow managed to be friends for 34 years. That's not a regular thing. That never really happens. And you traveled across country together to do this.
Many times.
And then why Tahoe of all places?
We just wanted a bigger ski town. I'm a big skier, Joe's a big skier. So we moved here. Then COVID hit and we all lost our jobs. So, we had done this for so long. We had worked together and finally we were just like, look, let's do it again and let's do it for ourselves.
What is the caption on the bottom of your signage out there?
So that says our paths will cross again.
Okay.
And when we were in New Orleans, we became friends, and John was the first one to leave. We had a big party for him, and when he was leaving for good, at 4 o'clock in the morning, he took me outside, he looked me in the eye, and he said, "Steve, our paths will cross again."
John, do you remember saying that at the going away party?
I don't actually.
That's even better. Yeah, I really appreciate you all taking the time to do this. It's been incredible. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. And our paths will cross again.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Desolation Hotel, named for the nearby Desolation Wilderness, is a gorgeous micro-hotel with an emphasis on outdoor exploration and serenity. That sounds wonderful, and I could go for some time in that pool, but I'm really here to eat. Lucky for me, the hotel is home to Maggie's, where they use fresh, seasonal ingredients to keep the menu innovative yet familiar.
So what we got here, you guys, we'll start off with our New York strip, prosciutto wrapped asparagus stuffed with goat cheese. Comes with our béarnaise sauce and a potato fondant. It's poached in butter, and they're just buttery and delicious. Our Sacramento rack of lamb that is grilled mid-rare. We have a fingerling potatoes that are roasted nice and crispy, and we get a roasted baby carrots and a orange glaze over the top. This is a Spanish octopus, comes with a frisee and cucumber salad, a grilled lemon with a edible orchid, and some green oil with some lava salt on top.
It's gorgeous. Chef, this is hands down some of the most beautiful plating and food we've seen of all the places we've been here. What's your favorite dish here?
The lamb is the star.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you giving that to me. All right. Thank you, Garrett. This is
Thank
gorgeous.
you.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
Who's Maggie?
In our menus, we have a story about Maggie McPeaks.
Yeah.
She was actually one of the first women to start exploring all the peaks here in the Sierras.
Oh, wow.
And so actually behind us near Emerald Bay is a hike called Maggie's Peaks.
Okay.
There's 2 peaks. There's 2 different
yes.
trails.
All right, I've seen this.
Yes.
I did not connect the dots. All right.
And so she was actually one that founded Maggie's Peaks.
Oh, wow.
Our owner, he loves the Desolation Wilderness, which is where our name Desolation Hotel comes from. He does Maggie's Peaks every single day.
Oh, wow.
So that's kind of where all of our inspiration came from.
What's that like for you to live here and work in the hospitality industry?
So South Lake Tahoe is an incredible place to live. It's kind of this beautiful blend of being in nature, but also having this essence of being in a city. There's always something fun going on, and if you don't want to get into that, you have tons of outdoor trails, skiing, being out on the lake, beaches. It's truly a nice place to be.
The name sounds more desolate than the place. The place is opposite of desolate and desolation, right?
Completely.
It's this incredibly beautiful, elegant, warm place with great food and great staff and great service. Thank you, Garrett. Cheers.
Cheers.
Starting off a new day in Tahoe, and I'm looking for a hearty breakfast. Luckily, I've found Elements. Elements was founded by Drew Rabb, Travis Rougier, and Gabriela Chavez. Elements is one of the newer restaurants in the neighborhood that infuses Latin style with everyday classics, all these diner favorites and dishes we all loved growing up. One of those favorites is a twist on Eggs Benedict. So I'm gonna pop into the kitchen with Chef Travis to see what makes theirs unique. What are we doing first, Chef?
Eggs first.
Eggs
Always
first.
eggs
All right,
first.
always eggs first.
Got to stir the water.
The swirling is the key of the water to keep the egg together. What's the proper name for this?
They call it a vertical broiler in here in America. If you're gonna go anywhere like Mexico, they're gonna call it a trompo.
Trompo.
Trompo. So this is marinated pork.
Okay.
It's an adobo style pork, so it's got all sorts of herbs and spices. We stack it, marinates for a little while,
And this is gonna be on our Benedict.
this is gonna be on our Benedict.
Look at that.
Yep.
All right, we got muffins.
Like to throw those down on the grill. I like a little bit of a char to it just because it gives it some more flavor there.
Some places use toasters. Here we use an actual open flame grill. Big, thick English muffins happening. Got your house mashed avocado, beautiful heirloom tomatoes going on.
We don't do hash browns here. We use tater tots.
Breakfast tater tots, that's the way to go.
We fry everything in lard.
Oh, nice. It's actually healthier for you.
Yep.
It's cleaner flavors. The poaching of the eggs, you weren't even timing that. You just have it in your head. Beautiful.
So this is the pastor that we've taken from the trompo here.
Nice.
Give it a little bit of a sear. I like to get it nice and hot.
So this is the pork that was just on the vertical
broiler, exactly. This is our secret hollandaise right here. We actually have an in-house green salsa that we make.
Nice.
That salsa is what our acid is.
Okay.
So instead of using like lemon juice like a lot of other hollandaise, we use a tomatillo salsa.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
So this has to go right here between those guys.
Oh, man. This is an actual hearty serving there.
Oh, absolutely.
Chef, I'm gonna pull the tots.
Perfect.
Salt and pepper.
Boom.
All right, we need more tots.
Beautiful. Go from here. Couple little finishing touches on it. Salt, pepper. We use micro cilantro.
Gorgeous. So the green tomatillo sauce is already blended in the
It
hollandaise?
is. It's mixed into there. And then what I like to do is it's very,
Ah.
I throw a little bit more right there. There
Look
we
at
go.
that. All right. Look at this gorgeous food. Man, this is the Benedict that I was in the kitchen with while Chef was making. Gorgeous oozy egg. This is gonna be a messy bite. I gotta get some pork on here. That is awesome, dude. I'm fascinated by the evolution. You said you started this, you retired out of tech industry job, and then you decided with Gabby to open up a lemonade stand for the kids.
Yeah.
Lemonade stand becomes a coffee shop. Coffee shop becomes a restaurant, which ultimately leads to this.
We had a vision of like, we wanted something that fit our area.
Yeah.
The very name Elements was because of where we are.
Okay.
We have the beautiful lake right there. We're up in the mountain, the fresh mountain air. You've got heavenly in the mountains, like you said, right there. And then everything we do, it's all fire back there.
Yeah.
So we really wanted to tie all that in and make it feel like we were a part of this community. You know, I was born and raised here.
Wow.
So for me, this was like, this is a place that I always saw, you know, it would never look like this.
It was a breakfast restaurant for 40 years. It opened as a diner in 1976. It's about utilizing the location and thinking about like seeing what it could be, I think and that's all Travis, honestly. I mean, it's been transformed completely.
The inspiration for this comes from your chef partner, who she isn't here right now with us, but she's of Latin heritage. This looks like very much something you would have at home. This is a family dish that somebody brought out, right?
You know, this is actually something that it's partly her, it's partly the rest of the kitchen. So we have Nicaraguans, Salvadorans, Guatemalans, all these people that we were like, hey, what would you do? We're taking a lot of Latin influence, and we're definitely making it a little bit more American and approachable for most other people, so that we can make this fun mashup and introduce things that some people have never had.
The lake has been here forever. This building's been here 40 years, but you two have really made something special here with the rest of your team. And thank you both so much for showing me around. Thank you for letting me hang out in the kitchen for a sec. This is so good, man. Chef,
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. This is fantastic. Drew, thank you. Man, this is super cool. I've had some really great food on this trip around the south shore of Lake Tahoe, but now it's time to link back up with Hannah at Heavenly Mountain and try something a bit more adventurous. And Cole Zimmerman is just the man to show us around. Heavenly boasts a summit elevation of just over 10,000 feet and 4,800 acres of skiable terrain. But, of course, it's summer now, and Cole has other activities to show us.
Welcome to the Ridge Rider Mountain Coaster. We're talking half-mile, gravity-powered, up to 27 miles an hour. Whole lot of fun, impossible to wipe a smile off your face.
Wow.
The Ridge Rider Mountain Coaster starts by bringing us up even higher before our descent back down. Now, I don't love heights, but at least this thing is a bit closer to the ground. And I do enjoy going fast. The coaster takes Hannah and me whipping through the forest and rocky terrain at speeds of up to 27 miles an hour. Yeah!
Whoa! Woo! Ah! Hannah!
Ah! Woo! That is so cool! That was awesome. I never once lifted my hands up. I was trying to catch up to you in the corkscrew. I could see you right there.
I can see you right behind.
Hey, fun's not over. I think we're gonna go do a zip line now.
Do we get higher than what we just did?
Yeah, we are gonna get higher.
I have a little issue with heights. I'm just warning you guys now.
Here we are at the Hot Shot zip line. These wonderful folks are gonna get you harnessed up, get you some brain buckets, and we're gonna have some fun.
Now, did I mention that I don't love heights? And the term brain buckets doesn't ease my fears at all. Now, don't get me wrong, the view up here is spectacular, but I'm about to jump off of this tower. I take a little extra comfort from knowing that the headwind's gonna slow me down. How did I get myself into this? We're ready to do this.
Ready to get hooked up?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
All right.
2, 1.
Yeah! Woo! Ah! It's so cool. Okay, the fear has left me. This is actually amazing. I want to go faster. Wait, why is Hannah so much faster than me? You would think that my weight advantage would get me down faster. Hannah might be faster, but this is such a cool experience. Flying past the treetops. I don't even mind if she beats me to the bottom. Yeah! Oh, that was awesome. Hannah, like everything else we've done, I was just trying to catch up to you. I was going very fast, and I could not catch up to you. No, that was, what did they say, like 70-ish feet?
Oh, she said
The height here, so it wasn't crazy high, but you get to see this huge expanse of everything.
I've only been here in the wintertime, so
Yeah.
this was such a treat to see it in the summer and do all this cool activities. I've always wanted to try it.
The south shore of Lake Tahoe never fails to amaze me, and this trip has been no different. I've experienced a wonderful blend of diverse and tasty food options. That was awesome, dude. Along with these outdoor adventures that anyone would enjoy. And the real cherry on top has been meeting all the unique people who call this place home. Cheers, dudes. Cheers. Our paths will cross again.
Absolutely.
Thank you. While the clear blue waters of Lake Tahoe will catch your attention, it's the local community here that makes this area so special on the road less eaten.